Welcome back, guys. This is Richard from Productivv Academy, and let's again continue with our Flutter tutorial. I know it's been quite a while since my last video, and I'm really sorry for that, and thank you for everyone who reached out since I was not posting any videos. Some people reached out to me and asking me why, so that was really sweet of you guys. Thank you so much. And I couldn't post videos because I kind of lost my motivation. I'm back again, and I'll try my best to post videos regularly. So without any further ado, let's dive into our course. So in our last video we saw about Flutter stateful widgets. We saw what's stateful widgets, and some people have been asking me that you want me to do a project on Flutter. So what I did was I created a to-do list. So you know what a to-do list, you can give the list you want to do, what are the things you want to do in a day or in future days, and you can see the app and it will remind you. So we are going to create a to-do list app. Actually, this is the version of that app right now. This is not yet complete. I'm trying to add more features in this app. So for now, I'll show you how the app works. So you should enter a task here. Let's say do push-ups. I'm entering some task like do push-ups, and you should pick a date for your to-do list, the final date by which day you should do that. So I'll say 27th July, and I'll click OK. So now if I click on add task, so it gets added to my to-do list here. Here you can see do push-ups, and it's showing the date as 27/7, which is 27th July. Yeah. So, and if I want to delete my task, I can just click on delete task, and that task will be deleted. So this is how my to-do list is functioning until now. I'm planning to add more features. If you guys have any ideas about adding which features I can add, you can drop them in the comment section, and I'll try to add those features. If you have any ideas about how to improve this app further, we can try to add those features. Give them in the comment sections. So we are going to develop this app. For that, let's start from the beginning. So what you'll do is create a new program, and here create a new Flutter program, and then inside void main, inside material app, give the home as my app, or name the app anything you want. I'm just gonna call it my app for now. And then what I'm gonna do is, so this is the first steps. After you're done with this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a stateful widget. You know how to create a stateful widget now, right? Because you just have to type in STFUL, and a stateful widget will be created for me. So I'll call this widget my app. So this is my stateful widget, and what I'm going to do is, you saw the to-do list app, right? So we need a list of data to pass into the to-do list. We need to have list. That is what is the beginning of to-do list. We need to have those lists. So we are going to see how to define this list and print those lists in our app. So I'll just call it my app. Now what I'll do is I'll remove this container and give a scaffold widget. You guys know what a scaffold widget is. It is like a board to draw our apps in. So now I'll just run this and see how the output looks like. So our scaffold widget has been loaded now. You see the screen now right here. Now we need to build our app from our scaffold widget. So how do I do that? You guys already know. First we need to give a title bar. So I'll give the app bar as app bar, and I'll give the title as to-do list. Title as text of to-do list, and inside text we can also give a text style, as you guys already know. Text style. And inside our text style, I'm going to give a font weight. Font weight equals font weight dot 700. Yeah, 700 is a good one. Okay, so I'll give the font weight as 700. Then I'll center my title. So I'll go to the next line. Center title equals true. And now what I'll do is I'll give my background color as indigo. Colors.indigo accent. Yeah, this one would look good. So now let's run and see how our app bar looks like. I'll just run this, or I'll just save this. with our hot reload in Flutter, this should run pretty well. Yeah, we got our app bar here, to-do list with an indigo accent color, and the title is center. So alright then, we got a title ready right now. It's telling us do to-do list. So great. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna print the tasks inside my app. So that is the first step. First we are going to print it, and then we are going to add a date and time, etc. So first we need to print it. We need to create a list for that, because our task is going to be inside a list. So we need to create a list for that. We saw how to create a list in Dart in our Dart crash course. So if you forgot that, kindly refer that again. And how to create a list is, so I'm going to go here to the first line before the override, and here I'm going to say list of, and I need to give my list the data type too. So I'm going to create this list in a string data type, because I'm going to write those things, right? So I'm going to call my list string, and I'm going to name it task. So my list is named as task, which is in the string data type. So I'm going to give him 3 tasks inside my list. So I'll say first one is do some push-ups. All right, then the next one would be edit a video. And the last one, I'll say complete an assignment. All right then, great. Now we finished defining our list. Now we need to print this list in our app. So there are 2 ways to do this. One is you can just take each and every part of this list, each and every element of this list, and then print it here. The other one is using a function called as a map function. So we're gonna use that map function right now. First, to print it, we need to print it in a column, right? So I'm gonna say body column, and here I'm gonna say children, and I'm gonna take this away. Basically, in children, whenever we are defining children of columns, we'll be giving widgets like this, right? Widgets, etc. We don't have to do that right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a function called map function. So for that, what I can do is map.tasks of, and what this function would do is it would take each of this create an iterated value of this list. So what it would do is how many elements are there in this, to the number of elements there is in the list, it would take each element and run it through this function, and run it to this map function. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each element, I'm going to tell it to consider each element as t. So first do some push-ups would be considered as t, then edit a video would be considered as t, then complete an assignments would be considered as t. So I'm going to consider each element as t. So actually it should be like not map.tasks, it should be like task.map. So yeah, this one is the right representation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say return for each value of t. So each this one would be the first t, then it would iterate to this t, then it would iterate to this as t. So for each value of t, I'm going to tell it to return a text of t. So what it will basically do is this is the function. Now map function will take t, and for each value of t, it will print it in our app. It will print it in our app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish this, and I'm going to say we need to convert it into a list. So I'll say to list. So because this is a list, right, whatever values you are passing, if it's a single value, it doesn't matter, but we are passing a series of value, which is basically going to be an iterable. So this is going to be a list. So what I'm going to do is, that's it. I'll just save this, and let's see the result. Great, we got it here. I'm not sure if you can see it because the letters are too low. I'll just increase the font size then. I'll say style, text style, font weight. I'll just give some font weight also. Font weight W.700, and font size. Font size I will say 30. 30 is fine. Okay, we got it here. So do some push-ups, edit a video, and complete an assignment. So we got our list printed in our screen. So how did I do that? It was possible using a map function. So a map function will basically take the list and converts it into an iterable, so that each iterable, we don't have to do this for, let's say here my list only had three tasks. What if I have 10 or 20 tasks? I shouldn't print each and every one of the tasks, and it will take me more and more lines of code. So the map function basically shortens all of it and prints it right away. So how many ever list I added here? So let's say I'm adding it, adding somewhere, let's say new task. I can't think of a task, so I'll just call it new task. And if I save it, I don't have to change anything in our code. It will be printed right away. Well, was it saved? I'll just, I think I'll just reload it. Where is it? Yeah, I'll reload it. Because since this is a stateful widget, it needs to be restarted and build the widget from the beginning, because I'm changing something before the override method. So it should be building a widget from the beginning. So that's why I'm going to give it reloading. Yeah, here as you can see, since I gave new task here, a new task has been added in our to-do list. So this is the simplest way we are gonna represent our to-do list in future videos. We're gonna add how to delete this to-do list, how to delete a list, and how to add more lists, etc, etc. So in this video we saw about map functions. I hope you understood it, and if you have any doubts, please leave them in the comment section. And if you did like this video, please leave a comment. Please leave a like, it would be helpful. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.